Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your favorite podcast. I'm Kelee.
I'm Jimmy.
I don't know what we're talking about today. Do you have any life updates?
Not a lot going on at the moment. I'm 28. My birthday won't.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was your birthday.
That's a life update.
Oh my God, wait. By the time this episode comes out, I'll be 27.
Old.
I can't believe it.
Don't mind my grays.
I know. How does it feel?
The same.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
New. It's good. It's good. I love it. Every age that I've turned after like 21, I've loved even more. And I mean that. I really do.
That is making me feel so secure.
Yeah.
I always get scared about getting older, but then also like when you get older, you have more freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always missed when I was like 22 and 23. I'm like, oh, it was so easy. And then my one friend always reminds me that when you're 22 and 23, you basically don't have money because you're like fresh out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're like more yourself,
Yeah,
you know, when you're
older. You know
older.
who you are.
Yeah.
You're like free to be who you want to be and like more confident in yourself and like comfortable in what you're doing and able to do things that you want to do.
Yes.
That you maybe always haven't been able to do. So it's a good thing.
Oh my God, love that. Okay. I'm feeling less anxious.
Could you tell I did my gratitude journal this morning?
I got to start doing that, I think.
I just started today, my first time. But
wait, that's so sweet.
So, cool.
I'm not going to stress about it. I was thinking it would be funny to do a birthday episode because you know how some people like really care about their birthday and it's like this huge thing and then like birthday parties cause fights and stuff. But I'm like, is that interesting? I don't know. Listeners can tell us if that's an interesting topic.
Yeah, like birthday party drama.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Similar to like the wedding thing.
Yeah.
Because some people, I swear, they take their birthdays as seriously as wedding.
Yeah. And then also maybe not even birthdays, but just like any group trips. We talked about bachelorette parties a few episodes ago and the TikTok comments were going off about the bachelorette and inviting your friends and like whatever. And I was like, I don't agree with any of this.
Yeah, you could be like Joy Behar on The View. Like that could be a hot topic, bachelorettes, because they are crazy, some of them now.
Yes. I saw a TikTok about a girl sharing the budget from her bachelorette and she was like, sweatshirts, $600, like flights, $500, Airbnb, $250 a night, like all this stuff, like per person. I guess the sweatshirts wouldn't be per person, but all the other stuff is. And it was like $1,500. And I was like, holy shit, like that's crazy. But then a lot of the comments were like, they were split 50-50, but a lot of people were like, this is very average for a bachelorette party. Yeah. And I was like, really? $1,500 just for a weekend?
Yeah, especially when you're going somewhere. Like, I just went on my first bachelorette to Nashville, which is like my favorite place ever.
Yeah.
You know, so I was fine going to Nashville for it. But like, yeah, no, like ballpark, like definitely over $1,000.
That's
you like
crazy.
spend by the time you get there and everything's all said and done, you know, but it's worth it. And especially when it's someone that you really care about and you want to celebrate, then to me, it's like, you know, worth it. And like at our age too, I feel like the friend trips and, you know, just everyone down for having a good time and going somewhere like that, very sparse. Like it doesn't happen as often. So I try to always look at it like, well, like my friends who I went on, like we graduated high school together 10 years ago. We went on a trip this past summer, but before that, we hadn't spent that much time together consecutively since we were in high school.
Aww.
So I'm like, that's like cool. You know, like I'll go on a trip like that any week that I could afford it.
Okay, I'm going to start looking at it like that when people start asking me to spend $1,500 on like a 2-night vacation.
Some of it's too crazy. Shiva's not like a prima donna with it all.
I've never been invited to a bachelorette that was like crazy and wild. Like I went to one, but it was just in Delaware, so everyone drove there and it was so chill. Like it was so much fun, but it wasn't this like crazy typical bachelorette that you see in like movies.
Yeah.
But I feel like my sister will have that.
Yeah,
I probably will too if I ever get married.
Yeah, Erin will be hopping on a flight somewhere. I think I want mine in the Poconos.
That's
I went
fun.
to a bachelor party in the Poconos this summer. I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was like so relaxing and I just really liked it. So.
I feel like a lot of people do Poconos and they have a good time.
Yeah.
We should do a whole episode on bachelorette drama. There's probably so much.
There's a lot of tea. I could invite people. We could like phone a friend.
Oh my God, we should.
Tell me about this.
We should.
That'd be fun,
That would be so fun. Oh my God, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start planning. Okay, should we jump right into today's topic? I don't know what we're doing today. I have no idea. I do not know the topic. Jimmy texted me earlier and said, what's the hot topic for today? And I said, I literally don't know. So this might be all over the place. These were just like crazy stories, I feel like, that made me think.
Okay.
They were just the stories that I found more interesting. So maybe there will be a theme at the end. Maybe not.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Cool.
We come in, like I said, we come in with a theme every time.
Yeah.
And then we somehow get somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
So we might as well just start somewhere completely different, and then maybe we'll go to a theme.
Oh my God,
Reverse
this is
psychology.
fun. Yes. Okay. This is fun. Okay, cool.
Stop the internet. Start the libraries. I don't know. What's the opposite of stop the internet?
I don't know.
Start the landline. Start the dial-up.
Off the grid, the dial-up. Yeah. The first one is, I would say, shocking. I think most people would think this is shocking. Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pretend to be my twin on her wedding day? I, 30 female, have an identical twin sister, and for the purposes of anonymity. Oh my God, what is that? How do you say that? Anonymity. How do you say that word?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Oh yeah, anonymity.
Anonymity. Yes, that's how you say it. Oh my God, I just had like a stroke.
Should we like ask Siri?
I think it's I already forgot what I said. Anonymity. That's it. Anonymity. Oh my God.
Should we keep that in the cut?
I don't know. Should I? I'll see how annoying it is when I'm editing it. Anonymity. Okay. I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face while I read this. For the purposes of Why can't I say that? I don't know if it's because I don't know how to say it.
Hey Siri.
Or is it because I
How do you pronounce
just can't speak?
Anonymity? Anonymity.
Anonymity. Okay, wow, I'm learning. For the purposes of oh my God, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
Okay, why don't we just say like to keep things anonymous?
Okay.
You could change it a little bit.
Yeah, true. To keep things anonymous, I'll call her Jess. Okay, I'm going to pull it together now. Jess and I look so much. I'm so sorry. That was probably so annoying. I think I'm just going to keep it all in though.
You should. I think it's funny.
Okay, I'll call her Jess. Jess and I look so much alike, it can be freaky. At one point when we were still infants, they had to draw a little dot at the bottom of one of our feet just so they could keep track of who was who for medical reasons. My mom adored the fact that Jess and I were her cute baby twin girls and treated us as precious dolls who would frequently dress alike and always make us do things together. At first, I didn't mind it at all because, well, it was my normal and I do genuinely love my sister. But when we started getting older and I developed my own interests, I would get so frustrated or upset when I either couldn't do something because Jess didn't want to, or the only way that I could do it was if Jess could come with me, and vice versa. It sucked because despite our appearances, Jess was the more extroverted twin who liked to go to parties and do sports while I was introverted and artistic. I was always made to do what Jess wanted to do because me not wanting to be so social was seen as bad, and the only way that Jess would agree to do or endure my hobbies was if I did her homework or chores. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
When my parents were divorcing, I was over the moon when my dad agreed to let me live with him in another state, and Jess didn't want to move away from all her friends. My mom cried when I had to tell her I didn't want to live with her, and Jess accused me of hating them. This really wrecked me emotionally, and I almost caved, but my dad got me into therapy, who helped me gather the courage to just leave. I never really did shake off the guilt until around senior year of high school, but I never once regretted my choice because of how liberating I felt by getting to just be me. I was slowly able to repair my relationship with my mom and Jess, but Jess and I were never as close as we used to be, and I was honestly fine with that. Fast forward to adulthood, and Jess is engaged to her boyfriend, Steve, 36 male, and their wedding is set for this spring. Unfortunately, Jess was recently in a bad accident, and her face is going to need to get cosmetic surgery. She has been crying on and off for days over this because there's no way she'll be healed up in time for the wedding. My mom, Steve, and I have been trying to console her, but it's not enough. Earlier this week, my mom approached me with the idea of dressing up as Jess and pretending to be her for the ceremony and reception so the pictures will look nice. I was floored and gave a hesitant no, because while I do know that this would mean a lot to my sister, I just feel really uncomfortable about it. My mom was upset with me and said that it wasn't a big deal. It was just for the pictures, and asked me if I really wanted to make it so that Jess would have to be reminded of her trauma whenever she had to look at her wedding photos, or just not have any photos to look at all. Am I the asshole?
Aren't you pretty much not going to have any photos to look at all if you're not in the photos anyways?
That's what she's saying. She's like, if she doesn't do this for her sister, there will basically be no photos.
Right, but even if she does do it for her sister, like, it's not her in the picture.
Wait, yeah. Well, that's complicated.
It's her sister in the pictures.
Yeah, she's just going to pretend it's her.
Yeah, so like you're going to look back at your wedding day of pictures of your sister and your husband and be like, wow.
Wait,
that was the best day of my life.
That's so true. Like, does she think she's going to forget that it was actually her sister in all the photos?
Yeah, obviously, like, I have empathy. I feel bad for her. You know, that sucks that happens right before her wedding. But, like, it's your wedding. It's not your sister's wedding. They're not your twins.
This is so strange. I feel like this is out of a movie.
Yeah, me too. Okay, if you were identical, I feel like it's hard to put yourself in their shoes. If you were identical twins with Aaron, and God forbid something happened right before Aaron's wedding day, would you feel comfortable posing for photos with her husband?
I feel like
just to have pictures.
I feel like Aaron and I are way closer than this girl is with her twin. So part of me is like, if she asked me to do it and she's like, just do it for an hour, you don't have to kiss, you don't have to, but no, they want her to be standing there during the ceremony.
That's what I mean.
This is so fucked up. I think I would tell my sister if she really cared that much, she should just postpone the wedding.
Yeah, me too. That's what I would say.
Or redo her photos later on. You're allowed to do that too.
Yeah.
People do that a lot, even if it like rains or something on their wedding day. I feel like I've heard stories of people just dressing up in the hair and makeup and taking beautiful photos like a month later.
Right.
Because it's like, you're not going to remember that exact pose didn't take place that day. Like, it's still a beautiful photo.
Right. Yeah. And like, it's still then you in your dress and you know what I mean?
I would not want to stand there and pretend to be my sister for a ceremony.
No,
I wouldn't. No, I don't think I would do that.
I would definitely refuse that part because, like, I mean, obviously, depending on where they get married, but, like, still.
Yeah.
It takes away even, like, sanctity from the marriage, like, even if it's not in a church, still.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with that. So, basically, Jess doesn't want to stand there for her wedding ceremony. She wants her sister to do her whole wedding ceremony.
And then, what's Jess gonna, like, float into the after party?
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be like, oh, hey, like, wait.
Wait, yeah. Whereas, does everyone know that this is actually Jess's sister up on the altar? So that's even weirder.
Okay, that's the other thing too. Even if you are completely identical, I feel like as you grow into adulthood, you like have your own little, even your hair might be a little bit different. Your interests are going to be a little bit different, obviously. Like, I feel like people that are really close to you that are going to your wedding will be able to pick that out.
Yes, totally.
Right? Like,
and wouldn't Jess's husband be like, I don't want to stand there for 30 minutes during the ceremony and stare at your sister?
Yeah.
And say my vows to your sister?
Even the pictures, like, I just think, like literally my head immediately went to, like, the awkward prom pose.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like,
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to touch her.
No. I feel like it's just so bizarre because I think in their mind, they're like, oh, we'll look back on the photos and then you'll forget that it wasn't you. You'll just think it's you in the photos. But, like, you're not going to forget that.
No, never.
You're going to know that it was your sister in the photos with your husband.
Yeah, no.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't think I could agree with that. Like I said, feel bad, can't agree with that decision.
Yeah.
And I don't blame the sister for just being like, sorry.
Yeah.
But no.
If my sister begged me and she was like, I'm doing my whole wedding day, can you just pose as me for a few photos, the picture that I can hang on my mantle? I wouldn't want to do it, but considering how close my sister and I are and all the things that she does for me, I'd be like, this is fucking weird, but like, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's like,
at that point.
I don't know. If she really wanted me to do it, but I wouldn't be excited about it, and I wouldn't do it for the ceremony. And I definitely understand why this girl doesn't want to do it because she's not even close with her sister, it seems.
Yeah. Nope.
There was an update.
Oh.
Jess and Steve's wedding is booked at their dream venue, and if they postpone, which is in about 3 weeks, they won't be able to book again until around 2025, and families on both sides are coming from out of state. Apparently, between the wedding costs and needing to save up for the cosmetic surgery, Steve and Jess don't have the money to pay for professional Photoshop. We live in America, and as far as I know, since Jess's surgery is purely for cosmetic purposes, health insurance may not cover it, if any at all. My mom was the only one who actually approached me about this, so I don't know for sure if Jess and Steve know about this idea. Honestly, I'm a little nervous of actually talking to them about this in case they're on board and start to pressure me into agreeing. What my mom is proposing that I do is wear Jess's wedding dress, and she wears whatever I was going to wear, and then I just stand in front of her for when it's time to walk down the aisle, do the entrance up at the reception, first dance, bouquet toss, and photo time. The literal entire day. Yeah. That's everything. I wouldn't actually be doing the vows. This just seems very pointless.
Yeah.
It seems so pointless. They can redo the photos they want for their wedding. And also, professional Photoshop is not that expensive.
I was just thinking, God, people airbrush anything anymore.
Yeah, you could get a high schooler to do that for $15 or $20 an hour. And they could do it so well. You don't even need to be that skilled to... I don't know, obviously, the degree of her injuries, but I feel like Photoshop would be a better idea.
How recent was this?
37 days ago. It was 1 month ago.
So the wedding
March 3rd.
Happened last week, probably, right?
There's an update.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for all your advice and suggestions, as well as the affirmation that I have the right to say no. Still dealing with residual guilt about refusing to do things for my mom. So I reached out to Steve first about suggesting Photoshop, and it turns out he and Jess were already considering that before deciding to just postpone the wedding, as Jess is dealing with PTSD from the accident and doesn't believe she's going to be able to handle the stress of a wedding in 3 weeks. I was so relieved and told Steve that I would be more than happy to help with getting the word out to people that the wedding wasn't happening right now. For the sake of peace and Jess's mental health, I've decided to keep what my mom said about using me as a replacement for the wedding to myself for now. Jess is really going through a lot, and I feel like this would be like rubbing salt in the wound. Okay. This makes me feel so much better.
Yeah. So really, it was mom that was coming up with these crazy ideas.
Crazy mom.
Jess wasn't doing it at all.
I feel like the mom did not think this through.
No, I feel like sometimes moms are just so irrational. And also, you know how some moms, their daughter's wedding day or their son's wedding day, it's what they envisioned.
Yes.
So much, and they can't put to the side Momzilla, not Bridezilla, Momzilla. You know what I mean? Stop.
I bet the mom thought she really did something. She's I have the perfect plan.
Yeah.
And it's have your daughter sit out her entire wedding day other than the vows. What?
Good efforts.
Yeah.
But no. I was going to say, I feel like you would be good at editing those photos.
Yeah.
Send them over.
Yeah. Send them over.
If you're listening, look at me signing her up for work.
Yeah. I'll do it for free.
So if you're not busy enough.
I'll do the first one for free, and then I'll charge you $700 per photo. Just kidding.
Period. Get that bag.
True. Every episode turns into a wedding episode. I'm so sorry, but I'm not. Am I the asshole for suggesting my stepsister cancel her wedding after she wouldn't stop complaining about the fact that we're going to have the same in-laws? My stepsister is engaged to Alex, and I'm engaged to Nick, who is Alex's older brother. I dated Nick first and for a long time, but we broke up 3 years ago, and my stepsister started dating Alex after our breakup. They got engaged last year, and my stepsister was trying to shove our families together, which meant I started seeing Nick again and we reconnected. We got engaged 2 months ago, and ever since, my stepsister has been complaining nonstop about how she thinks I rushed into an engagement just to upstage her, and that she doesn't want to have the same in-laws as me, as I would fuck things up for both of us.
Yikes.
It's not like I can magically give Nick a new family, so I don't get why she keeps bringing it up, but it's annoying, and I've asked her to drop it multiple times already. She even complains in front of our future in-laws, which I feel like she only does since things are still rocky between me and them. The last time she brought it up in front of them, I suggested she cancel her wedding, which only triggered her more, and now she's convinced I only got engaged as some big master plan to fuck up her engagement, which is dumb. She's been telling everyone, and some of our family are starting to believe her because of me telling her to cancel her wedding. Alex, who I was actually close to, is also mad at me because she's convinced him that I was being serious. Am I the asshole?
What in the Cinderella story bullshit is this?
I brought this up because I was like, I love talking about those situations where people's families merge and it's like seems really weird, but none of them are actually related.
Right.
But it's just like those weird, it's like me and Aaron if we were to marry brothers. Nothing would be weird about it, but like my brother-in-law would also be my kid's uncle. Or wait, no, that's always how it works. I don't know how to describe the relationship, but like...
No, I know what you mean.
It would be weird if my sister and I both had the same mother-in-law, but there's also nothing weird about that.
Yeah, well, it's like literally basically the same thing there, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
I feel like it reminds me of those stories where people are dating and then their parents start dating. Then in theory, your stepdad is your husband's father-in-law,
right.
Or your father-in-law is your stepdad, or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, there's actually nothing weird about that, but just socially and like psychologically.
It's not like blood related.
Yeah. You're like, oh, my mom is now marrying my stepdad or my father-in-law.
Yeah.
So now my father-in-law is my stepdad. And it's like, oh, the parents are dating and the kids are dating. And then it makes you feel like you're siblings. And then it's weird. But it's like, you're really not related at all.
Yeah. No, that is weird.
Isn't that so weird? I would also hate it.
Yeah. I don't think that I would like that. And then like, God forbid you break up, like your parents are still together, so it's like sounds like stepsister would be talking mad shit with the mother-in-law and father-in-law. Like it sounds like they already don't like her. Like she's on the outs with stepsis, she's on the outs with brother-in-law, and she's on the out with her parents-in-laws. Parent-in-laws or whatever.
It really wasn't her fault. Like, I feel like she didn't really make any mistakes until she said, like, the just cancel your wedding comment. And I feel like that doesn't even make her an asshole. It's like if I was talking to my sister and I was, like, badgering her about something and just being an asshole and talking shit on her for months to all the people that she's close with and her future mother-in-law. And then if my sister snapped at me one day and was like, then cancel your fucking wedding, you bitch. I would be like, I don't know. I would just understand.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, people lose it sometimes and they snap at you. Like, of course you're going to drive her up a wall. Like, she's going to get mad.
Especially, like, if weddings are brought up, like, at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, like, when it really happens.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I mean?
But I feel like that would be my fault. Like, if I was talking shit on my sister to all my friends and my family and my future in-laws and her future in-laws, and then she snapped at me, I feel like I would be in the wrong. So I kind of feel like the sister is in the wrong. Even though OP, like, said something rude in the heat of the moment. Like, right. I don't know.
Yeah, I do think that. And also, like, for stepsister to, like, accuse her of rushing into an engagement, like, upstage her in general.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big accusation to just, like, throw out there. An engagement's not, like friendship contract.
Totally.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting engaged to, like, then marry this person. Like, that's not something. But I do know people that have rushed into engagements, too. You know what I mean? So, like, that is a real thing.
I do feel like people rush into their engagement sometimes to prove something to their sister too.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to see like the other side of it, I guess. But also like the OP could just be like, well, I was dating the other one first and then we broke up and then you decided to date his brother. So actually, maybe you're the issue. How about them apples?
Yeah.
Stepsis.
I think if I started dating one of my sister's ex's brothers, she would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
She would be like, and I would too. If my sister started dating my boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend's brother, I would be like, there is 7 billion people on the earth. Yeah. You're going to date the one person that is siblings with my ex? Like, come on.
I'm curious. I'm wondering what stepsister and OP's relationship was like before the engagements.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like the trust is already through the damn floor.
Yeah.
Like, they're already not trusting each other. Maybe if I were OP, I'd just be like, you know what? You could have whatever opinion you want. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because we weren't getting along anyways before that, and you don't trust me on the basis of that, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to do whatever makes me happy.
I feel like the stepsister is spiraling. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see where she's coming from, being slightly upset, because it's like Dan and Serena. When Lily and Rufus... Did you watch Gossip Girl? Okay. Gossip Girl reference.
Sorry, go for it.
Serena Vanderwoodson, aka Blake Lively. She falls in love with this guy who's like poor from Brooklyn, when like in reality he's like painted as this poor guy. But they live in this like loft in Brooklyn that would cost millions of dollars and they own it. But there's a plot hole because in the beginning they talk about rent, but then later on they like go and sell the loft or whatever. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Gossip Girl tangent is irrelevant. But her mom then starts dating this guy's dad. And then you find out that the mom and that dad, they had dated when they were in like college or whatever. Or right out of college, that age. And then they broke up, went on, had different families. Their kids are the same age. Kids start dating, then they start dating. Yeah, it's weird. And then Serena was like pissed off because she's like, Mom, you're really going to date my boyfriend's dad? So I get why the stepsister is annoyed because it's just like a weird idea. But I feel like that's something that if everyone's happy in their relationship and you feel like you guys both found your person and you're getting married and your sister's marrying the guy, it's like stranger things have happened. Like it's okay.
Yeah. And I'm wondering why the future mother-in-law and father-in-law don't like OP in the first place. That's the other thing I want to know.
I think it might, if I had to guess, anytime I feel like your child breaks up with a partner, you're not like loving that partner. I don't know. I feel like parents could just have some sort of like distaste for their children's exes. So whether something crazy happened or not, I feel like if I told my parents, oh, I'm getting back with this ex, the healthy response would be like, oh, cool. I'm happy if you're happy, but you guys broke up for a reason. Like, why are we getting back with this guy that was not right for you?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
That's very true. Too.
But maybe something did happen where they had some like traumatic breakup. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like when the breakups like that happen, I hope to like not have to have that type of like reputation almost in a breakup where it's like something that was like so bad. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Or like you did something so bad to like their son rather than like breaking up like this just isn't working out for us.
That's
like
true.
Right now in the moment. And like, you know, not have it be so horrible.
I wonder, I wonder if she
just,
did
like,
something.
Think. Yeah,
that she's not saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason stepsis is so skeptic.
Maybe stepsis is in the right.
Maybe she's onto something.
Yeah, you know what? OP is an asshole.
Yeah, we're not sure. We need more information.
I think we do too. There was no updates, but the overall vote is everyone sucks, which may be true.
That's kind of I feel like that's the path that you and I have been on.
Yeah, I think so too.
We found flaws in both of them.
Yeah. We love finding the flaws in everyone.
I want to find the good in you people on the internet. Okay.
Wow, I feel like we don't agree. Well, no. I was going to say we usually don't agree with the comments on Reddit, but I guess it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
There are just some times where I'm like, oh, we're so far off. Like, I just agree. I just think the opposite. But we're on it. We agree.
Yeah,
bang the gavel.
Done. Yeah. Never been
Everyone
done before.
sucks.
Yes. Well, it's that Lady Gaga thing. That Lady Gaga meme where she's like, never been done before. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's what that reminds me of. Like, that's us now.
That is us.
Right on the money.
Maybe that's our theme. Never been done before.
Ooh.
Because it actually hasn't. Because every other week leading up to this, we've had a theme.
Period.
Bring
it back.
TBT. It's so funny thinking back to the first few episodes because that was not that long ago. But I already feel like we were children back in like the first like 7 episodes.
Yeah, tan children.
Yes.
I was so tan.
We were so tan. And then I look at the videos now, I'm like, oh, you're so pale.
Yeah, it's going to come back though soon.
True. 'Tis the season.
'Tis the damn season.
I cannot wait to hear your take on this one.
Oh, yeah.
I, 30 female, paid another guy to seduce my husband, 32 males, first love. My husband is my older brother's best friend, and we knew each other since I was 10 and he was 11. I was always in love with him ever since I was a kid, but he didn't realize it back then. He's always been cute, sweet, and funny, but sadly he fell for and started dating someone else. This was when I was 18 and he was 19. I wasn't going to let him get away though. One day I paid a classmate to seduce her. It worked. She cheated and they broke up when he caught her. Then he came to me for comfort and I was right there when he needed me. I made my way into his heart and we are still together to this day.
Alexa, play Mastermind by Taylor Swift. Great work, girl. Great work, honey. You are a crazy bitch and I love you for that. I love you. Amazing.
Okay, so you're Team OP.
Not really. But like, kudos to you, girl. You got the game figured out. You know,
True.
Like, you're fucking nuts,
She
girl.
is nuts. And also, she's 18. She literally cut someone a check. It wasn't like she just encouraged someone to like, hey, you should just go and seduce that girl. Like, I heard she wants to hook up with you. No, this girl is signing a paycheck to get this guy to go seduce the girlfriend. And he did it. What if someone came to you and was like, can you go seduce that person's girlfriend or boyfriend and I'll pay you because I want their partner to walk in on you guys while you're cheating and then I want to be the one to comfort him?
How much we talking? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, true. It depends on how desperate I am for money at that moment.
Yeah, girl. First of all, no man is ever worth a dime like that. Like, come on.
I know. I wonder how much she was paying this person.
Yeah, I mean, granted, good for the guy because obviously, like, he was not faithful and it didn't take much. Like, if it was a random person that was going to seduce him, like, didn't take much to do that.
Yeah, this is a lot. I don't know. See, this is something where if I found this out a year into dating, I might be like, you're crazy. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But this was 12 years ago.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it was when they were 18 and 19, and they're now 30 and 32.
So they're married.
They're married.
Okay.
It worked.
It's literally like, I keep, like, in my head, I'm, like, singing the Taylor Swift song. Like, laid the groundwork, and then just like clockwork, the dominoes cascaded in a line.
Yeah.
What if I told you I was a mastermind? Like, this girl got the man. She freaking got the man.
I know.
I mean, hey, more power to you, girl.
See, some people would be like, respect. You went out there and got what you wanted. But at the same time, I'm like, if I have to trick the person I want to marry into marrying me.
It's definitely a little manipulative.
Yeah, because she basically put him, like, she wanted to manipulate his psyche so that he was in this, like, vulnerable situation so that she could be the savior that comes in and makes him feel better.
Yeah.
And then she could paint herself in a more positive light because she could be like, I would never do that to you. Like, who knows that all the things that she said to him.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, girl's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Nuts.
Nuts.
I feel like there might be a gender, like, thing going on. Because this is a girl, and part of me is like, okay. I think most of me is like, no, you're crazy, and I don't support this. But if this was a guy that did it to a girl, I think everyone would be like, psycho, dump him, terrible.
100%. I don't think I'd even be joking about
it. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I'll say this. In the moment, I would not support it. And if I was like 1, maybe even 2, maybe even 3 years into dating someone and I found out they did this, depending on all the other factors going on, I might just be like, that's psycho and end it. It's really weird because he was dating some girl when he was 19. Right. Odds are he wasn't going to marry her anyway. Yeah. So this girl could have just sat back and been like, you know what, if it's meant to be, it will be. And if they broke up on their own, which they probably will because most people have various relationships when they're teenagers and then they find someone that they're going to marry. So I'm like, she could have just sat back and then once he was single on his own, then made a move on him. But she actually manipulated his like mental health and put him in this really weird situation so that she could pounce. So I'm like, ew, I kind of like...
Yeah, that would give me the ick.
Yeah, exactly. But they've been married now for 12 years. Like, if you found this out about your husband, who you've been with for 12 years, at that point, I'd be like, I'm in it.
Yeah, like, where's the assassin?
Yeah.
Like, the assassin has kept her lips shut, or his lips shut.
Wait, so true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wonder if that person even remembers. They have to remember.
Yeah, I mean, how do you forget that?
Yeah.
Right? I wonder if they're with the other person. Maybe
probably not.
Maybe both parties made up, but probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, well, I don't know, but the mastermind thing, I don't like it.
No, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like her.
I hope I never do stuff like this.
The comments better be on our side.
Top comment. The cheating is all on her. She would have stepped out sooner or later if all it took was a little seduction. You paying the guy to seduce her? You know that's crazy, right? And that your husband will probably freak the fuck out if he ever finds out, and with good reason.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that. The fact that the cheating was on the girl. Yeah, I'm not banking on the fact that he should be with this other girl.
No.
Like, they were gonna, I mean, more than likely, they were gonna break up anyway.
Cheaters cheat, yeah.
Yeah. And they were children. Even if there wasn't cheating involved, it's like, what are the odds that you stay with the person that you're dating when you're 19? Like, most people just aren't with that person. So I feel like that's not the factor. The factor is that this woman was willing to pay someone.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Yeah. Second top comment was, bro, I feel bad for the guy, though. His first love cheated, and now he is with the woman who instigated it. Yeah, with the woman who made him feel like the sadness of being cheated on is like, ugh, I hate that. I feel like it keeps getting worse the more I think about it.
Yeah, no. Like, and again, all jokes aside, just like, she's not right at all. Yeah. None of that's good.
No.
But I don't
Mastermind, and I don't like it.
Period. Even though she is a crazy bitch and I like that a little bit. I think that's funny.
It's funny in like a sadistic, scary way.
Yeah. Like it's so funny that it's not funny.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Scary.
It is scary.
And if you were a man, I'd be coming for you.
Yes, true. If you were a man, we wouldn't even be cracking jokes. We'd be sending the police to your house. Just kidding. Someone did comment on one of our YouTube videos when we were saying like men are trash, and they were like, this is a horrible thing to say. Everyone could be trash, like not just men. And I was like, this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, no.
Like, I was like, this is all jokes. Yeah. I'm like, I know that like everyone is trash, not just men.
Mm-hmm. That's where we have to go. Allegedly.
Yes.
Right?
This woman is crazy.
Allegedly.
That's the
thing now, right?
That's what me and Aaron were saying a few episodes ago. We were like in Minecraft or like in The Sims.
Yeah.
You know, because you're never talking about real life.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not defaming this person. It's all alleged. Alleged.
We don't have all the facts.
Exactly.
And men are trash.
Allegedly, in Minecraft. Speaking of scary and disturbing, am I the asshole? I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. Am I the asshole for taking a shower with my sister-in-law?
What?
For context, I'm 28 female, my sister-in-law is 31 female, and my brother is 33 male. I'm gay, but I'm not attracted to my sister-in-law at all. Yesterday, I was helping my brother and sister-in-law with a landscaping project at their house. At one point, my sister-in-law and I were using a chemical fertilizer on the lawn, and we weren't careful enough about not getting it on our skin and clothes, so afterwards we were both getting itchy red spots on our skin. The warning label said to rinse it immediately if that happened, so we both hopped into the shower for a couple of minutes. My sister-in-law said she was also going to wash her hair, so I got out of the shower and she stayed in longer. When I came out of the bathroom, my brother then asked me why the fuck I was in the shower with his wife.
Yikes.
So I explained about the chemical fertilizer. He said I could have used the hose outside if it was such an emergency, but he didn't see why I needed to be naked with my sister-in-law. I told him to chill out because I think of her like my sister. He said that he thinks of me like his brother, so use my fucking head. My sister-in-law was coming out of the shower by that point, so we just dropped it, but he was still kind of pissed I'm sorry. This is absurd.
Wow.
But he was still kind of pissed off about it the rest of the afternoon. So am I the asshole? I know I'm gay, but obviously my sister-in-law isn't. So I feel like that makes this a complete non-issue. I'd see my brother's point if there was any chance of mutual attraction.
I mean, I do feel like it's a little weird, maybe. Like,
it's so weird.
They couldn't have just one went like if you already had it on for a little bit, like
yes,
or like bras and undies at least. I don't know, like if you really feel like body's on fire.
Yeah.
Bras and undies. I don't know. Bathing suit.
Yeah. I feel like it was so unnecessary because yes, if it was actually an emergency and they got this like crazy chemical on their bodies, on their skin, whatever, you would be like at that point, like throwing your clothes off in the yard and like rinsing off with the hose, like the brother said. So it wasn't an emergency. They could have waited 10 minutes for the other person to get out of the shower. It just is like so odd.
And his wife, like she was like, oh, I'm going to wash my hair too. Like it wasn't, you know, it seems so casual. I mean, I guess I could see like where they were coming from because they really were not worried.
Yeah.
They were just, you know, Free Willy, baby. Like they don't care what's going on.
I just feel like I wouldn't. Okay, actually, a few years ago, I was having this conversation with one of my friends about friends showering together. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that is so fucking weird. Like, I will never take a shower with my friend. Like, that's just like bizarre, disgusting, disturbing. And my friend literally was like, me and my college roommate took showers together all the time. And I was like, what?
Wow.
And she was like, yeah, if she was in there for way too long and I kept telling her, get out, I would be like, okay, I'm coming in. Like, I need to get ready too. And I would get in the shower with her. And I was like, that is really fucking weird. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, it is fucking weird. It is weird. And I would never choose to do it if I didn't absolutely have to. But me and my friends get changed in front of each other all the time. And I find nothing weird about that. So it's like, is it really that weird to do the exact same thing, but just be in a bathtub?
Right. No,
like, I don't
That's
know.
what I'm thinking too.
And then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I guess it really isn't weird. Because if it's just your friend, like me and my closest friends especially, like there really is just no boundaries. Like when we're changing in front of each other, it's not like we're like staring at each other's bodies or like thinking anything different. Like I just don't even think.
Yeah, you're not like making it sexual.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, if it was a shower, like I guess it really isn't that weird. But I think the weird thing is the fact that this is your sister-in-law. And like, I don't know. If I had a sister-in-law, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't be attracted to her. But I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those weird like social constructs where as soon as someone is dating your sibling, they are now your sibling. And it's like, do I want to be showering with my sibling regardless of the gender? But then it's also like they're two girls that are just not sexually attracted to each other. So is it weird that they're naked in front of each other?
I know. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know either.
Because like how casual they're making it sound, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, and again, like you don't have to sexualize everything, so it's like whatever. If they both had a shower, then I guess they both had a shower.
Right.
Not that I would probably be okay with doing that, but like I don't know. Who cares?
Also, if they were at a gym and there was like a communal shower, they would be doing the same thing. So what's the difference between that and just doing it at home?
True.
Is there a difference?
I just still don't like understand why they like the one couldn't like do a quick rinse and the other one could hop in and do a quick rinse. Like
I feel like there's two options. It could either be because one of them has ulterior motives and OP like secretly wanted to do it, or because they both thought nothing of it to the point where it didn't even cross their minds to think that anything about this could be weird.
Right. It has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like by what she's saying, she's either a really good writer and leaving out context and lying to us, or she genuinely thought nothing of it. Right. And it's just not weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think she's an asshole, but I just feel like, no, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't, but like...
whatever.
Yeah, kind of whatever.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if my sister... But then weirdly though, I'm like, if my sister was dating a girl, I'm not attracted to girls like that. So if I showered with my sister's girlfriend or my sister's wife, even if I wasn't attracted to her, I still feel like that's like kind of rude. Because it's like, shouldn't there be some sort of line? But I don't know, should there be? Or maybe I just think it's weird. I personally would not want to shower, whether it's sexual or not, with the person that my sister is married to.
Right. No, yeah, I wouldn't either, personally.
Yeah. If it was my friend, different story, because then I'm like, no, I think nothing of my friend. But I do feel like as soon as my sister or like one of my friends or my family member starts dating someone, I see them differently. Like there's almost this like line being drawn where I'm like, even if something's normal with this person, I still wouldn't do it with them.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's this like weird mental line where I'm like, that's my sibling's partner, or like that's my cousin's partner.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't either.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I don't think she's an asshole. I'm just like, not my choice.
No, me either. Not my choice. Guess you're not an asshole, but also don't really blame your brother for being upset either.
Agreed. The top comment was not the asshole. I really don't care that I'm going against the grain here based on the other responses. Oh, so I guess most people were saying she is the asshole. This person goes into detail about the fertilizer. As someone with background who's dealt with the consequences of spilled chemicals, it's clear you guys were freaked out by the fertilizer spill and the feelings of skin irritation. I don't know about that. They didn't seem that... I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Like
brother said, get the hose.
Yeah. I think if they were really that freaked out, it would have been a different... Like the OP wouldn't have been coming out of the bathroom so casual. She probably would have been coming out of the bathroom like, oh my God, thank God. And when the brother said, what are you doing in there? She would have been like, dude, we just spilled this chemical on our skin. Like, it was crazy. Like, our skin was burning. Like, we had to wash off immediately. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, we needed to take a shower.
No.
There would be a little bit more urgency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Someone asked, why is he only confronting you about it and not his wife? She clearly didn't have any issue with it, and it takes two to tango, as they say. OP said, I think he only thinks that I did anything wrong because my sister-in-law is obviously not attracted to me since she's straight. Oh, so the brother's mad because the brother thinks that OP is like sexually attracted to his wife. Okay.
That's even more weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's even more weird.
But that's why, whether I was attracted to the person or not, I wouldn't be showering with my close friends or my family member's partner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think at first most people were saying asshole, but now most of the top comments are not the asshole.
Yeah, I'd go against the grain and probably say not the asshole, but just like wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to like
I think so too.
Like view it from like the lens of like a gay person too.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, but like that's probably why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you're gay, like you're obviously not going to be attracted to your in-law.
Right.
And if you are, like, that's weird.
That's not, yeah, and it's like.
Regardless, that's weird.
Yeah, I was thinking like if this girl is attracted to her sister-in-law, it's like the weirdness doesn't come with her being gay. Right. The weirdness comes with a human being attracted to their brother's partner.
Right.
Or like their sibling's partner. Yeah. Like regardless of the gender. Like it doesn't even matter if they're gay or whatever. It's like, why are you attracted to your sibling's partner?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Pull, like the full-on gay card because like imagine if the brother showered with his wife's sister.
Wait, imagine if the brother showered with his wife's sister. Yes.
So like if he showered with his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
But then he'd be like, oh no, like
but
we just had a chemical spill.
I do feel like that's different though because most girls are comfortable being naked with girls, and I don't know about guys, but I'm sure some guys would rather be naked in front of guys. Like, I would be naked in front of my girlfriends. I would not be naked in front of my guy friends.
Right.
Whether I was sexually attracted to any of them or not.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of different hats at play here.
I'm not going to call her an asshole based off the info that we have, but I do think it is weird.
Yeah, I do too.
Speaking of guy friends, I kind of feel for this OP. Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go work out with my male friend anymore because I saw there's a lot of cute guys at the gym and now I'm worried they might think that I have a boyfriend? I went with him originally because he's very knowledgeable about it and I said maybe he could show me some of the exercises, like how to do squats and such. Since then, we got into the habit of going together and becoming workout partners. However, as this is part of my glow-up period, where I lose weight and get more toned, and then hotter guys start to notice me more, I've been thinking there's some cute guys at this gym, but if they see me with my friend, they'll assume that he's my boyfriend. Because of this, I told him it'd be better if we didn't go together anymore. When he asked me why, I explained it to him, but he said that was silly of me and claimed even that I should be happy if being with him prevented other guys from hitting on me. Am I the asshole for wanting to go on my own from now on?
No.
I don't think she is either.
No, I don't think so. I'm wondering too, like how, like, not like offended, I don't know what word to use, he was about this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is a real thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I could see it if they had some sort of deal or they got into this rhythm because he was doing her a favor. Like she was almost saying that she didn't know what to do at the gym. So she's like, oh, I'll go with you and you'll show me the ropes and make me have a hotter body or whatever. And then the guy friend was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then they got into this rhythm of going together, which I'm sure he liked. Maybe it benefited him because maybe it inspired him to go to the gym more often. Who knows? Like, I'm sure he enjoyed it too, or he wouldn't have done it for that long. So maybe that's why he'd be mad because he's like, oh, well, you just used me.
Right. Yeah, I could see that part of it too. Because like I have friends that I train with for like these runs. You know what I mean? So like, for example, my friend Sam, like we always would like train together and do like our long runs together and everything like that. So I feel like eventually if she were like, I actually now, like, I don't want to do that anymore, like with you. And it wasn't even about the part of training for the run. It was more so like being there for each other's morale and like it's something that we do together and like time that we spend together. That part of it I could really understand.
Right.
I could also understand her part of it though, where like if she is like, you know, that's a place, it's like could be a little bit social at the gym, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where you meet some other people and she feels that she's missing out on opportunities with that because of that, then maybe I could see her side too. Maybe she could find something else to do with this guy, like another hobby or an interest. Or...
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, I'm not going to hang out with you. Well, we don't know what she said. That would be a good middle ground, I feel like. But I was thinking about this because a few weeks ago, my sister had a very close guy friend in college, and then, you know him. It's Dave. I just met him in the fall and we quickly became close friends. And he and I went out together a couple weeks ago with Aaron and Rebecca. And then Aaron and Rebecca went home because they didn't feel like staying out. And just me and Dave stayed out. And we were like bar hopping together. We're both single. We both want to meet people. We both like talking to people at bars. And we both were like, we gotta go meet up with the other friends because we look like a couple and we can't be doing this.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
And we did. We went and met up with other people. It wasn't weird that we were together hanging out one-on-one, but if you have a goal of talking to someone of the opposite gender and you look like you're dating someone, most people are going to be respectful and be like, oh, well, she's with that guy, so I'm not going to talk to her.
No, that's like 100% a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like I could see why it comes off as weird because the gym is not typically a place where it's like widely accepted to hit on people or make a move
opposite.
on. Yeah. So I could see it in that sense that it's weird. Because if it was like, if she wrote in and she's like, I told my guy friend I didn't want to go out to bars with him one-on-one, does that make me an asshole? I would be like, not at all. Because a lot of people like talking to, you know, people that they're romantically interested in at bars. The gym thing, I'm almost like, do you just have this idea in your head that you're going to find a boyfriend at the gym? Because I feel like that's not how it happens for most people. Just because the gym is a place where it's like, if you were to walk up to someone and hit on them, it would be like, what are you doing? Like, be respectful.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like that
does happen there though.
No, yeah, that's so true too, because I don't know. I'm not like a major gym person, but I see like mixed reviews on TikTok because on one hand, people will be like, if I'm in a gym and someone came up to me, I would take it as a compliment or whatever. But then other people are like, when I'm in the gym, do not come up to me. Don't hit on me. Or people will be like, what's the best way to hit on a girl at the gym? And everyone's like, don't.
Yeah.
So then is it rude if
you're there to work out, not to like get hit on?
Exactly. So then I'm like, does she have this idea in her head that like all these people are just going to hit on her automatically once the guy isn't there? I don't know. But then people do meet their partners at the gym. So I'm like, I don't know.
I have crazy story. So I have a friend from home. She goes to the gym and has a personal trainer. There's someone else that is a personal trainer also at that gym, not that she sees.
Okay.
He started like hitting on her, like coming on strong and everything like that at the gym. She's a little bit younger, asked for like the Snapchat, you know, did the whole nine. She like gave it to him. He was like being like really like trying to get with her and stuff like that, like sending her like snap messages and, you know, doing all the sneaky shit. She comes to find out that he's dating another girl that goes to the gym that she sees there all the time. Like,
what?
And that girl that he's dating like posts like Instagram pictures of like him like holding her up like they're like a fit couple, you know what I mean?
Stop.
But he like is pursuing her like heavy, and I was like, I'd be telling that girl in like a second, like if that were me, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know if she ended up like telling her or not, but she was like, well, I'm gonna delete him on Snapchat, like, and everything like that. And like she did delete him, I know that she did, but like,
how did she find out? She followed him on Instagram?
She crept on his Instagram.
Okay.
Saw that she had commented on something of his.
Okay.
Clicked on her profile, realized she recognized her from the gym, then like looked on the profile and was like, oh wait, like the girl wasn't private and the girl was posting the couple pics.
What?
Yeah.
A loser.
So it does happen at gyms.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ew, what a creep.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, I feel like that's giving the energy that he's only a personal trainer to like try to hook up with girls that
he's
are their
probably
clients.
Like huge on like testosterone or something, like can't tame himself.
I get that.
I don't know.
People, I don't know, like when you offer a service, I get that sometimes you're maybe interested in the client, but I almost like find it weird if a service professional pursues a client while the client is still attaining the services. Like, is that weird that he's like hitting on her while she's still a client of, I guess it's not like, because maybe they're subcontractors, and so like he's not hired by the gym, he just uses the gym, so it's not like it's his client.
Right.
I don't know. What I'm thinking of is my friend was going to PT, and I guess they have like a massage therapist there. And he had a few appointments, I guess, and was talking to this massage therapist about how he's single and like on the dating apps and whatnot. And then the massage therapist found him on Instagram and messaged him and was like, hey, I really love your energy. It was so fun talking to you. Like, would you want to get drinks? And he was just not into it, and he didn't know how to politely decline. And I was like, I would rather keep a business relationship.
Right.
Because I feel like it's weird. And I was like, does the person that owns that private practice know that their employees are seeking out the personal Instagrams of their patients or of their clients and then asking them out? I'm like, something about that feels weird.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if there's like laws against it, but like, definitely like wouldn't do that. Like that would be like me sliding in one of my like students' parents' DMs or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
Yeah. And I guess like a massage therapist isn't a doctor. Like, I don't think a doctor could hit on a patient, right? At all. I don't think so. And so probably a nurse couldn't either. But like a massage therapist, like that might just be like a private business, and there might not be laws that like medical laws that apply to that. But I was like, that just like makes me feel weird that like they know your name because they have your medical records, and then you don't even know their name. Like, but they know everything about you. Because you're a client of theirs. I'm like, that just feels so odd to me. It's different, I guess, if the service professional is in like the medical field or if it's just strictly a business thing. Like, I guess if I hired someone to make me a logo, I would be their client. And I don't think that would be weird.
Right.
But it's like when it comes to like medical stuff, I'm like, why are we hitting on our clients or our patients? Like, that just feels so odd. I don't know. I guess being a personal trainer isn't as weird as being someone's doctor, nurse, physical therapist, like that kind of thing.
No. But still.
Ew, I hate that guy was cheating. Ew, it's like, how obvious can you be, too? Like, was he even trying to hide it? Not that we should be trying to hide cheating.
No, I
but
know.
Like, ew.
I mean, he has courage.
Yeah. Or just like, he's an idiot.
But and again, like the workplace, like I feel like you always hear about people in the workplace.
Yeah.
Like couples somehow like finagling. Like there's always shit like that happening.
But if you work with someone, you probably have equal, unless someone's like a way higher up and someone's like an entry level employee. But if there's two employees about the same level, it's not like one person has all the access to them and then one person knows nothing about them. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird if like someone is your client and you just have all this information about them because you just have such an upper hand. Like, you can stalk them easier. You could, I don't know. And it's like they don't even know your last name.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, I forget what story we were talking about.
Wait, I was literally sitting here and I'm like, how do we connect it back to what we were talking about? What was the story?
Oh, yeah. This girl doesn't want to go to the gym with her guy friend.
Yes.
Because she thinks that other guys at the gym will think that she has a boyfriend. Okay, so we started reading this an hour ago. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I'm still like on the, I get his part, being upset, not spending as much time. That was their thing. Yeah. As friends. I get her part. She wants to meet people. She's afraid that that's kind of like stopping her chances with other men. So I could see both sides. I don't think asshole.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna put myself in the situation and be like, if I was going to the gym with my guy friend one-on-one, and he was like, I really want to date a gym girl, and when we go to the gym together like this, it looks like we're dating. I would be like, yeah, you're probably right. And I would be like, go off, King.
Yeah.
Unless I had secret feelings for him. But if I'm friends with someone, I don't have secret feelings for them.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like she's not.
I feel too, maybe they don't have that many other, like, maybe that's like her big hobby. So like the chance of her meeting someone, like maybe she's not really big into like going out for drinks or this or that. Yeah. It's like she feels like that's like one of the main opportunities she has where she can interact with other people.
I mean, I could see I could see also being like I don't know, they could still go to the gym together, and whoever she wants to talk to, she could just talk to those people and be like, hey, my best friend and I have been coming to this gym. Like, it would be very easy for her to approach other people and very quickly clarify that you were not dating this guy. So I could see that side of it too.
No, I know. And like I said, like sometimes like I feel like I'll go out with like one of my friends, like who's a girl or whatever, and I'm like, I wish I could like literally put a post-it like gay and like not interested. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How, like you wish that they could wear like shirts that are like, we are friends.
Yes.
Friend. That's my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Yeah.
But I do think that this is what I meant earlier when I was saying, like, does this girl just have this idea that if she was alone in the gym, all these guys are immediately going to hit on her? Because if she's nervous that people think that she has a boyfriend, like, she could just take the initiative and go up to them and say a clarifying sentence, like, set the record straight yourself. You don't have to ditch your friend in order to set the record straight. Yeah. Have the confidence that this glow up era is giving you. Approach the mans. Yeah. Whatever you want them to know about you, tell them.
Don't let them hold you back.
Yeah. The overall vote was asshole. I don't think I would call her an asshole for just wanting to go to the gym by herself. I don't know.
No, I could, like I said, I could see both sides, but I don't think I would use the word asshole.
I think sometimes too, when we're voting on these things, people use their own personal experiences and relationships to be the example. So like for me, I'm like, if it was my best guy friend and he was like, Kel, it looks like we're dating, we can't do this shit, I'd be like, you're right.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of people maybe have friends that they're not as close with, or they're not as secure in the friendship. And so then maybe they would take offense to that. But if my guy friend was like, we look like a couple and we can't be doing this in a setting where you want to meet someone, I would be like, oh yeah, I get that. If we were just like going out, or if we were just like,
well, wait,
I think it depends on the setting.
It's reminding me though of that one that we did a couple episodes ago where the couple was going to the gym.
Yes.
And remember, she was like, I don't want to go at the same time as him or whatever. Like they didn't.
He wanted her to go to a different gym or something.
That's what this is kind of reminding me of a little bit. So I don't know, like who's to tell you when you can and can't do things? Yeah. But again, I just feel like maybe a little bit asshole because if that was their thing and now she's ditching him and that was like their thing together. Yeah. And he really got her started at the gym. Yeah. You know? So like I think he's just a little sad boy. And he has a right to be sad.
Yeah, I think so too. I think what I think after comparing to my own friendships, I'm like, if my friend came to me and they were like, I really want to try to meet someone today in this setting that we're doing, we should either not go together or go with a friend group so it doesn't look like we're dating, I would be like, oh, for sure. Good idea. But if my guy friend was like, we can never hang out because if we hang out one-on-one, it's going to look like we're dating and I'm never going to meet someone like that, I would be like, relax. Like, are you never going to hang out with someone that is the opposite sex then? Because like that's like absurd.
Like have a little game.
Yeah. And I would never say that to one of my guy friends because then it's like, are you only going to hang out with them in the privacy of your own home where nobody else can see you? But I feel like if they came to me on like a one-off thing or it was like this occasional thing where they were like, I want to try to meet someone in this setting, so let's try to not look like a couple, I would be like, true. Yeah. So I guess if my guy friend did come to me and they were like, we can't hang out ever, I would be like, are you okay? Like, I don't know.
I know. Even me and Jen went out for happy hour on Friday, my roommate Jen, and we were like jokingly, like we were sitting at like a high top table in Victory. Yeah. And we were like, we should just start approaching men that we think are cute. Like, hey, are you here for the speed dating? And like bring them over to the table and be like, so like, this is Jen and I'm Jimmy. And like,
that is like, such a good idea.
And like, we should start doing that. Like, what the hell? What do we have to lose?
Oh my God. Let's do that. Yeah. Yes.
Let's get a nice outfit on. Let's go out together.
Yes.
And let's approach people.
I would love to.
Okay, let's do it.
That's so
Next time
funny.
We go to happy hour. We got to plan a happy hour anyway. Yeah. So.
True. Okay. I want to go on a tangent real quick about dating. Rebecca and I were talking about like going on first dates and stuff recently. She was basically just saying that sometimes she'll meet someone on a dating app and then you'll vibe over text or messaging or whatever. But then when you meet them in person, it's like in the first 5 minutes, you know whether or not you actually vibe with this person. And there's certain questions where you're like, oh, well, the answer to that question, just like we're just not compatible because of that. And I was like, oh, well, like what are examples of that. And the one thing she said was she went on a date with this guy and she was like, oh, like, what's your job? And he was like, I think he was like a physical therapist or something. Or an assistant to a doctor or an assistant to a therapist, like something. And he was like, I'm really happy with that. And if I did that my whole life, like that would be great for me. And she was like, okay, I would rather marry someone who's like, I'm excited to keep working my way up and explore this in the field and really just career driven. And I was like, oh, so maybe that's the thing we should start asking people on dating apps. And I'm like, we should, when we try to talk to people at bars or wherever, we should have like 2 or 3 solid things where we're like, this would turn me either on or off to a person. And I'm like, I love talking about how people dress and like what clothes they wear. So I'm like, if I saw a well-dressed guy and I was like, tell me about your outfit, like, yes, slay. And they were like, oh, cool. Like, I got the shirt from this place. I got the pants from this. And like, I put it together. I would be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I love talking about clothes. And like, I love when a guy is well-dressed. So I'm like, that would make me want to keep talking to them. And then also the career thing, asking them like, what's your job or whatever. And just making your decision to keep pursuing them based off of these like really important things or things that are really important to you. So I feel like I'm going to try to start doing that if I ever meet someone, either like in person or over anything where you're texting, messaging, like whatever. I feel like it could be a good idea to just casually start asking them questions about things that really matter to you and getting a vibe of like if they really matter to that person, because it could save you some time.
I definitely think so too. I feel like too, because the career driven thing really resonates with me with men, because I feel like a lot of the men that I've been dating lately, like that is the thing. And for me, it's not so as much being like I want to, you know, move up in the company this way, or I want to do this way. But I've been dating a lot of guys where I will ask them like, what do you do for work? And it's like doomsday.
Yeah.
And they're like, I like hate my job, blah, blah, blah. And I think that is fine. I've been in, you know, positions where I'm not as happy at work, right?
Okay.
I get it. My thing is, and this is where I think it transcends work. Yeah. And this is why this is important to me, like the career-driven part of it, or at least being like motivated in your job. It transcends that because I think it carries over to other parts in your life. You're not happy with your job. Okay. So what's your plan? That is what you're going to do every day until you retire. What is your plan? You're going to be miserable the entire time. I think about that. Okay. You could say the same thing about like, you know, a relationship. I'm miserable in this relationship. Okay. And I'm such like a solutions-based person all the time. So like, you know, things go wrong, and I like, this happens all the time with friends, with family. Like my sister last week called me, and she was calling me off her husband's phone because she had just got a new iPhone, and I was so excited for her because she always puts her kids first, like never buys anything for herself. Aww. She was really excited for this new phone. Yeah. So keep that in mind. She somehow went to activate the phone and somehow took my dad's phone number. Okay. And my dad was in upstate New York with 2 of his friends on like a day trip. So she took his number. His phone just shut off. Done. So he didn't have a phone. She then couldn't get her phone number at all. She couldn't use his number. Things were going as text messages, like didn't have any connection to like data or like anything like that. Like nothing was working. Then she put in the password for like her iCloud wrong so many times it locked her out. She called me to be like, what number did this come up on or whatever? And I said like dad's number or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And she starts like weeping, like crying. And like, I felt so bad, you know what I mean? And like this other things have happened, like over Christmas, my sister Danielle loves to buy gifts, had 1 million gifts for her fiance's family for Christmas. They're about to leave. She knocks over her diffuser in her room. Oh no. Oil all over the gifts. No. All over, seeping through the gifts and stuff like that, right? And it wasn't sad. Like, right. And she just starts like bawling her eyes out. She's like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm not going to go, blah, blah, blah. And like immediately, like I jumped in and I was like, okay, like this is what we're going to do. Yeah. Like, I know that I have like 10 bags upstairs. Let's rip the wrapping paper off. Like we're doing bags. Who's this for? Okay. Like we're writing it down. Yeah. Like, that is what my mindset is. And when I hear these men that are like, I hate my job and everything, like it's just so unattractive to me. Yeah. Because I've been in that position before, and I'm like, okay, like I don't want to hear that every day. You know what I mean? And as your partner, like if this were to turn into something, like I will try to support you in any way I can. That is one way that I know it's going to get old.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a complainer. I don't complain. I hate complainers.
Yeah.
Like, and like, granted, sometimes like everyone complains a little bit. You're going to vent about something here and there, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, you have to be solutions based. So I feel like these men that are in these situations with these jobs, it's like whatever. So that's why to Rebecca's story, if a man were to say like, I am in this position at my company, for example, I am a speech therapist. I work in school-based level. Mm-hmm. The majority of my day is working with kids. I have to do paperwork too. It's my least favorite part about the job. I could move up into an administrative position where I do more paperwork and like scheduling meetings and things like that. Then I'm not working with the kids at all.
Yeah.
I could get a pay raise by going up, but then my passion of working with kids is not there any longer.
Right.
So that's the part where I would be like, okay, like I will always put over, I went into my field and my drive is, you know, helping kids. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do the paperwork. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be overseeing adults. That's the worst part about the job. So that part of it where I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? So I think it's all depend. It's like contingent upon.
I feel like if maybe I said it in like a way that made it seem like I cared. No, I probably did say it like that. Like, I care more about like someone that always wants to move up. But I feel like it's how you said, like, it flows over into other parts of your life. It's like, if you're always okay with what you're doing now, why are you okay with it? Like, I'm sure if that guy responded and was like, I'm doing this now, and sure, I could move up, but I really want to be hands-on helping people, and that's what I'm passionate about. That conversation would have gone a different way. Yeah. Because it's 100%. Like, oh, he has passion. Yeah. And then I feel like even like the clothes thing, I don't know why I find that cool. I'm like, oh, if a guy wears cool clothes or a nice outfit or knows how to dress himself, I'm like, why is that attractive to me? I don't know. I just think that fashion is cool. And I'm like, if you are into that, you might be more creative in other parts of your life, or I don't know. It's just something I'm interested in. So I'm like, if you're interested in that too, we can have a lot of like fun conversations. And then I recently asked a guy, oh, like, what do you like doing outside of work? And he was like, oh, just like nothing right now.
That's the hard part.
And I was like, if I asked this person that prior to being with them in person, like, I might have not been with them in person. Like, such a great, nice person. But if someone asked me, what are you passionate about, or what do you like to do outside of work, I could talk for hours. And I could even talk for hours about things outside of the podcast that I like doing or that I'm interested in. Yeah. So I just feel like now I'm like, I'm going to start leading with these questions. You know?
Yeah. And okay. So on Hinge, I know that there's a prompt, like what I'm looking for in a partner.
Oh, yeah.
And I recently like deleted all of the dating apps or whatever and like took a little break because I was just like, I feel like they're stale. Like, I'm not stale. Like, I'm not even interested in anyone, you know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like quality men aren't like popping up on my thing because like I just had the accounts for a little bit and I just was like, okay, I got to restart it. That prompt was sticking out to me because I was like, how do you say I want someone that is career driven but has solid work-life balance? Like, you know what I mean? Like, your job isn't revolving around work, but you really want to do well. You know what I mean? Like, how do you put that into words? I guess you could say it just like that.
I think you could say it just like that.
Yeah. So maybe I'll add that as a prompt.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, because that's how I see it. Like, I work my ass off. I work 2 jobs. Like, I did my second job before I came here tonight because I enjoy doing other things. Like, I've been working my second job for 3 years now, so that I could go to Europe. You know what I mean? So awesome. Like, that's where I'm like, okay, like, I understand that part, but like, you got to have the hobbies. You know? Like, and I can't, like, especially teachers. Like, I feel like it could be really like toxic with teachers where like you get with a couple of teachers and like we could talk about our job all day. All day. And I'm sure you've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, when we all get together sometimes, like all of us that work with kids, like, you just could.
I feel like any profession could. Yeah. When you're with people that
you have that in common with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But you have to have, like, you know, hobbies outside of stuff.
Yeah. I feel like you could actually say it just like that. Like, someone that is career driven because, well, I don't know how long the prompt can be. Right. Yeah. But you could say career driven with passions outside of work as well. Maybe that's the sentence that could like fit in a tweet. But then when you talk to someone and you have more time to explain it, you're like career driven because you know that if you're career driven, you will have more freedom. I just think many times when you're career driven, maybe that's because you're money driven. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to be money driven, because money gives you freedom in the world we live in. And if you want to have the most freedom, you need money. It's so sad, but it's true.
I think too how you said like someone that can work hard and play hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's like my number one like thing I'm going to look for in a person.
Right. Because you're like a hustler too. You know what I mean? Like you are always doing like jobs left and right. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like you get it.
And I think it's important too to like your job. Like, I love my job. So then, I'm down to work hard and play hard. And it's funny because when I'm posting on Instagram about like going out and going to clubs and going to Vegas, like going to the club in Miami and whatever, I'm like, oh, is this weird? Like, is this bad to post because some of my clients follow me? But I'm like, no, like I also think that my work speaks for itself.
I was just gonna say that.
Like when I show up to work for a client, I'm not thinking about anything else. Like I'm all in on this job today and they're my priority. And they know that. I feel like they can feel that. So I'm like, I think it's fine to do both. And like, I love working hard, but I also love playing hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I would love if a guy wanted to do it with me, a very rich, hot, single, nice, funny, well-dressed man.
Yeah.
Who lives in the Philadelphia area.
Same. You got your pick.
Yeah.
Hit the line.
Exactly.
Slide in the DMs.
Yeah, they're always open.
Even if you see us at the gym. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really go to the gym.
Neither do I. And I'm like, maybe I should. I'm like, where can I be filled? Gym? I could try it. Could be worth the investment.
I would definitely look clueless enough. You know how like people get like really offended when like someone approaches them to like help them at the gym? I would, one, be offended, but two, like probably would need to be approached. Yeah. Because I'd be like, oh, I don't know how to do this.
I would be the person approached. I feel like I ask questions a lot. Like I would ask, well, not at a gym though. I would be scared to ask questions at a gym because I'm like, does that person know what they're doing? Like just because they look like it, I'm like, I know nothing. So how would I even know what looks right? You know, I would be so scared to ask people.
I know, and I'm such like a visual learner too.
What the frick is that? What? Is that a bug?
Oh no.
Fuck. Is it a bug? It isn't a bug.
Should I hit it with this?
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know. Is it big?
Ah, it's small.
Oh, I hit it. Where did it go now?
I don't know.
It was on there. I did hit it.
It must have fallen.
It was very small.
It was very small.
Oh my god, you would swear it was like a centipede or something.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
Oh lord.
Okay, I think it's got it. Sorry.
I just saw something. Programming.
I saw something move out of the corner of my eye, and I thought it was going to be like a massive spider, like dropping down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not good. Not fun.
Here's a fun fact. This studio is in my parents' basement, and a few months ago, I saw the largest spider that I've ever seen in North America in this basement. It was horrifying, but something that... Oh, my flashlight is on. Very cute. Something that helps me not be scared of bugs as much. I didn't channel it in that moment, but when you humanize them a little bit, like, okay, my friend used to have this really old shore house. It was basically like a shack that was built in like the 1800s. So there was lots of bugs in it. And there was this huge, like, you know, those bugs that are like, it's not a centipede, but it has like a million legs. Oh, yeah. They're horrifying. Yeah. There was one of those that lived in the house.
Hate them.
Oh yeah, they're so scary. And every night when it got dark, it would run around the living room and then run back under the couch. And we named it Jen, and it helped me accept it more. So I was like, oh, that's not a scary bug. That's just Jen. Like Jenny's on her little route tonight.
What if Jen crawled in your mouth that night?
Stop! That's my worst fear. But that's horrible.
See, I can't humanize a bug.
Okay.
I even have a hard time with bees.
I don't mind bees. I would take bees in my mouth. I'm just kidding. That's horrible. No, but I love that meme that's like a girl in a bedroom and it's like, ew, a spider. And then the spider says, ew, a fat, ugly, depressed bitch. And then the girl's just like... jaw dropped. And I'm like, that meme really helps me because then I see this insanely large spider in my parents' basement and I'm like, ew, a spider. And then I'm like, the spider is probably like, ew, a girl. And I don't know what other quality. Good. Yeah, I don't know what adjectives the spider would give to me, but we did trap the spider because I wanted to kill it. And then when we lost it for a little bit, and then I tried to vacuum it up, but I lost it. I saw it, and I had the opportunity to kill it, and I was like, oh, and I was like, that spider deserves to live. Is that horrible? I was like, it didn't do anything wrong. And then I felt bad, so I didn't kill it. So me and my dad trapped it in a bucket. We took it outside and released it into the garden. And I haven't seen any bugs down here since, except that one that just fell onto us. But I feel really good about releasing the spider outside, because I really would have felt bad if I killed it. But I don't know. I'm trying to not
That's how Kelee
be scared about bugs.
My roommate Kelee, she is like a huge like, oh, what did the bug do to you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the bug didn't pay rent, and I did.
That's a good point.
Pay up. You want to be in my house?
But wouldn't that help you not feel as scared? Like if you saw a huge bug and then you're like, well, the bug could pay rent, and that kind of humanizes the bug. And you're like, they didn't pay rent yet, but like even the idea of the bug paying rent makes me feel better.
No. Out of my house. Literally out of my house.
Well, I did get it out of the house. I just didn't murder it in the process.
And you are not going to inconvenience me, and I don't have to think about you again.
True.
Because
okay.
Imagine all that spider is now eating in the garden and just getting bigger and bigger. Delicious and nutritious out there in the garden. And now it's going to come back in the house and it's going to be double in size. So.
Ew.
And guess who did that?
But did I get good karma for doing that?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't know. I like to think I'm doing well.
You are doing well.
Yeah. Maybe. I like to just be delusional. Me and Trisha talk about this a lot. It's like if you're just delusional and you go through life and you're like, I'm the luckiest person alive. I'm on a winning streak. Only good things come to me. You're going to live your best life like that. And I kind of do live my life being delusional.
You could be like the next Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
The crocodile hunter.
Yeah, you could be like the crocodile hunter of bugs.
No, that's my worst nightmare.
Well, that's the path you're on, honey. You chose it.
Frick. That's so true. All right, next bug I see, you're dead. I'm cutting them.
Dead to me.
Scary.
Period.
Should we do another Reddit story?
Yeah, you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do one more. One more to end.
Yay.
Am I the asshole for sending my coworker into anaphylactic shock? I'm at a loss here, guys. Realistically, I know I'm in the clear. Legally, I'm in the clear. But I'm being vilified by my coworkers, and I'm genuinely considering quitting my job because of this mess. So I work a pretty standard day job, and at night I help my friend at her restaurant, which serves an assortment of Thai cuisine. TBH, I'm insanely picky, but I fell in love with this peanut sauce the main chef makes, and he showed me how to make it. So about once a week, I take it on either noodles or stir fry to my day job for lunch. People know this, and a handful have tried it. It smells nutty, it tastes nutty. It's white girl pad thai, basically. Lately, my lunches have been disappearing, or I'll open my lunchbox to find half of my food missing. I've tried addressing it, but nothing has been changing, and I was pretty sure it was one of the new hires that was doing it, but I had no proof. Until now. Thursday, I took my noodles, and my entire Tupperware was missing, which hasn't happened before. I'm pissed, but what can I do? A coworker shared her pizza with me, and that was that. Until today. My boss confronted me and accused me of poisoning my noodles because his daughter, one of the new girls, borrowed my lunch and had to be hospitalized. Turns out she's severely allergic to nuts. Ate some and boom, anaphylaxis. She used an EpiPen and had to be hospitalized, and now her dad is trying to hold me accountable for her bills and condition. But I don't see it. Why should I pay? I don't mark my food as an allergen because I'm not allergic to it. She was just dumb enough to steal from me and eat something that she can't have. But he's being hateful, and some of my older coworkers are icing me out because I warned him I'd report any harassment to HR if he tried anything funny. Brown nosers, I guess. My friend is aware and offered me a full-time job, but I just can't help but feel like it's unfair. At the same time, I could have killed his daughter, though. So, am I the asshole?
No.
What? This is not even your fault.
No.
The title is, Am I the asshole for sending my coworker into anaphylactic shock? You didn't do that.
No, she did it herself. She ate her lunch.
If you were that allergic to something, why would you be picking through other people's food that you don't know what's in it?
Yeah.
That is her own fault.
Yeah, no, completely not.
That's crazy.
I agree. And I have friends that, like, you know, we go out to eat and they're like, sometimes they're like embarrassed to ask, like, like servers or whatever, or just to say like I have a tree nut allergy or whatever, for example, but like they always like are asking, like, especially if we go to a party, like they will ask like, oh, like there's like no nuts in that, is it? And like every time I'm always like, oh my God, like did I have a nut today? Like like not even thinking like, did I have something, you know what I mean? But no, 100% not the asshole. 100% she shouldn't be stealing your lunch.
My friend is allergic to peanuts, and he will ask everyone if we had peanut butter that day before like sharing drinks or anything. Like he will, even if you had a smoothie with peanut butter in it at 8 a.m., if you're at a party at 11 p.m., he will be asking like, did you have peanut butter today, before sharing a drink or sharing like anything like that.
Yeah, you have to when you have allergies like that.
Yeah. And I feel like if you know that you have an allergy like that, that's on you. You can't just assume that every food is safe if it doesn't say allergen on it.
Yeah. Now, it would be different if at the workplace or whatever, like if there were rules against putting like food in that refrigerator.
Oh, for sure.
That would be different. Then you'd be an asshole. But
totally,
if there was nothing put into place like that for this person who had this allergy, then
totally,
definitely not your fault.
It's like that story about the girl who switched her skincare and her roommate used it without asking and then broke out and was like, why didn't you tell me you got a new moisturizer? And she's like, you're not supposed to be using my moisturizer regardless. Why would I have to tell you? Yeah. And it wasn't even in the same bottle.
And in this case, too, she didn't intentionally bring the peanut sauce knowing that she was allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, this is crazy.
The comments are going to be on our side. They have to.
Let's see. Not the asshole, you didn't feed it to her. She stole it. At the same time, I could have killed his daughter. No, she could have killed herself. True. Very, very true. Not the asshole, not the asshole. Okay, good. Most people are saying not the asshole. And they're all saying go to HR, which OP did. Not the asshole.
Yay. Okay.
I always just think it's funny when these stories are even posted because it's like, how could anyone think? But apparently the coworkers thought that it was his fault. And it's like...
They sound like old people that are just looking out for that guy because they have some loyalty to him and it's his daughter.
True.
Still.
He's probably signing their checks. Just like the checks that the mastermind signed to have someone seduce a man's girlfriend. You guys heard the story.
We were all over the place again tonight.
I know.
Today.
I loved it. What was the theme?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Never been done before.
Miscellaneous. Yeah, never been done before. Yeah, I don't know.
It might be one of those. We'll see. I liked it, though. I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
The stories were interesting.
Yay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, that's it. That's our whole podcast forever. Thanks. I'm just kidding. What if that was true? That would be sad.
You'll never hear from us again.
Yeah, this is the last episode. Wait, I don't even want to say that because
so sad.
I'm like so superstitious. No, this is one of many, many, many episodes. So thank you so much for listening. And we love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one.
Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.